And it's also been a time to celebrate many first milestones India has achieved in various domains. India's tremendous space surge is marked by two remarkable missions, Chandrayaan-3 and Aditya L1. Successful launch of Chandrayaan-3 made India the first nation in the world to successfully land on the south pole of the moon, while mission Aditya L1, India's first space-based mission to study the sun, is also making great strides. India is on course to mark its territory on the sun as well as the moon. DD India's Sakal Bhatt gets us this report.
4, 3, 2, 1.
14th July 2023. This date marks India's successful soft landing near the moon's south pole, establishing India as the first one to achieve this remarkable feat. The feat of landing a spacecraft in such proximity to the lunar south pole. Chandrayaan-3 is India's third lunar mission and second attempt at achieving soft landing on the moon's surface. On July 14, 2023 at 2:35 p.m., Chandrayaan took off from Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota. The spacecraft seamlessly entered lunar orbit on 5th of August 2023. The historic moment unfolded when the lander made a successful touchdown near the lunar south pole on August 23, 2023. Chandrayaan-3 is a three-component mission consisting of propulsion module, lander module and rover module. Successful launch of Chandrayaan-3 resulted in major findings of the mission. Chandra's surface thermophysical experiment measured temperatures reaching 70 degrees centigrade. Chandrayaan-3 is significant for the Indian space program, undoubtedly. It makes India part of the elite group of nations, Russia, the US and China, with demonstrated lunar soft landing capability, showcasing its leadership in space technology, including positioning India as a global hub in the new space economy. The reusable launch vehicle technology aids in cost reduction for future launches as well. Within 2 months of achieving a spectacular feat of landing at closest proximity of moon, Indian space scientists took another giant leap. It was time to get as close to the sun. September 2nd, 2023 marked yet another major breakthrough accomplishment for ISRO with the launching of Aditya L1 from Satish Dhawan Space Center at Sriharikota. Aditya L1 is the first Indian mission to study the sun from space, designed to study the sun's dynamics. Aditya L1 spacecraft is equipped with 7 payloads that will observe the sun's photosphere chromosphere. The mission aims to provide valuable insights into the sun's behavior, which will help scientists better understand space weather and its impact on Earth. Aditya L1 spacecraft was inserted in its targeted halo orbit on January 6, 2024. And after a journey of 127 days, the spacecraft reached the L1 point, approximately 15 lakh kilometers from Earth. On July 2nd, Aditya L1 spacecraft completed its first halo orbit around the sun, a complex maneuver that required precise navigation and control. Aditya L1 instruments will provide valuable data to help scientists understand sun behavior better. India's groundbreaking mission Chandrayaan-3 uncovering moon's long-guarded secret, and Aditya L1 helping discover sun's various dimensions, thus setting the tone for India's mega space movement. As India celebrates its 78th Independence Day, its space prowess continues to cruise ahead to rule skies and beyond. Sakal Bhatt's report for DD India.
And Sakal Bhatt also caught up with Professor Satyanarayan Chakrabarti from IIT Madras, who's helmed various high-profile startups, including 3D printed rocket launched by ISRO. Professor Chakrabarti speaks on India's growing space powers and space revolution in the last 1 decade. Listen in.
On the very first National Space Day, Professor Narayan, how do you see India's space surge, particularly in the last decade? You know, the humble beginnings of 1960s, there are very interesting visuals of Indian scientists operating from a very first mission control room in Kerala and transporting these rocket parts in bicycle and bullock cart till finally landing on moon's south pole. What a fantastic journey.
Yeah. So if I were to actually hop, skip and jump from the humble beginnings to the last decade, I would say there are essentially 3 epochs. The 1963 to 1970, the Vikram Sarabhai years, when you actually saw all of those bicycle rides and bullock cart rides and all of that stuff. And then the 1970 onwards to, let's say, about the early 1990s,
Yes.
where Satish Dhawan came in, and he actually made a organization out of ISRO, in my view, and He's the one who actually streamlined the whole process and figured out the plan for the next couple of decades. And he's the one who actually got the SLV-3 and the ASLV off the mark. The ASLV used to actually be a lot of failure. SLV used to be a failure. But I was actually a school kid and a college kid at the time. And what I found even then was they were actually planning for the PSLV. And the ASLV failures were what I call as well-crafted failures from where they would learn how to do the PSLV right. We are actually now marching towards like about 60 consecutive successful launches, a record that nobody else has.